Now we're done with section A and we'll move to section B. Now it says items 8 to 11. Instructions. Read the following scenario carefully, then answer items 8 to 11. This says Uncle Jerry's teas fundraising, that is fundraising, right? So why do some school fundraisers and other fundraising projects fail to reach their goals? In many cases, it comes down to the products. We've all been there, in a position where we feel obligated to buy a fundraising product, but it's for a good cause, even though in reality we will never enjoy or use that product. However, when you offer products that have broad-based appeal, that buyers are actually enthusiastic to purchase, your chances of success skyrocket. At Uncle Jerry's Tea's fundraising, we are proud to carry fundraiser products that people will be happy to buy, not only because they will be contributing to a good cause, but because they actually like what they're getting. Item 8 says, which of the following expresses the meaning of broad-based appeal in line 5? Popular request, intensive demand, far-reaching popularity, or widespread attractiveness. Appeal would be what attracts you, so I would go with a D, widespread attractiveness. Number 9. The purpose of Uncle Jerry's Tea's fundraising message is to A. Entertain the online reader. Oh, that's wrong. It is D. Widespread attractiveness. So A. Entertain. We're moving back to 9. A. Entertain the online reader. B. Supply information on fundraising. C. Convince readers to buy his products, or D. Persuade readers to go into fundraising. I would go with C. Convince readers to buy his products, because it sounds like he is marketing, right? Really, that whole thing sounds like marketing. Now number 10 says, which of the following factors is not true about the extract? A. It uses rhetorical language. B. It is a primary source of data. C. The writer seems to be knowledgeable about fundraisers. And D. Uncle Jerry's Tea's fundraising claims to carry products that people buy. Now, it does use rhetorical language. It's the first thing we see. Why do some school fundraisers and other fundraising projects fail to reach their goals? That's a question, and it's not answered. So, and I don't think it was meant to be answered. It's there rather for us to think about, ask ourselves, really, pensate on it. It is a primary source of data. I don't think so. It's not a primary source of data. The writer seems to be knowledgeable about fundraisers. Yeah, he is talking a lot about it, and he's giving us things to think about based on what he knows. So yeah, I'd say he is knowledgeable about fundraisers. Uncle Jerry's Tea's fundraising claims to carry products that people will buy. It is right here. It says it right here that at Uncle Jerry's Tea's fundraising, we are proud to carry fundraiser products that people will be happy to buy, not only because they will be contributing to a good cause, but because they actually like what they're getting. So that's where he claims that he will carry products that people will buy. So I would go number 10, B. Number 11, wow. Am I going slow or something? Let's go. Which of the following literary devices is used in the title of the extract? No, the title is Uncle Jerry's Teas Fundraising. That is fundraising. I would say pun. It's like right there. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's a play on the word here that says that's fundraising. Fun right there. Fundraising. That's fundraising. I don't know how to explain this. I'm sorry. But it's a pun. It's not a metaphor. It's definitely not assonance, because assonance is a repetition of vowel sounds, and we don't really have the same vowel sound being repeated. So it wouldn't be assonance. And oxymoron, contradictory words like bittersweet, yeah, stuff like that. So we don't see that there either. So we'd have to go with pun. Number 11 is a. Alright, so we're moving on to, let's say, 12. Alright, items 12 to 15, instructions. Read the following scenario carefully, then answer items 12 to 15. Now, this says, in her private practice, Dr. Pierre realizes that many of her young patients need treatment for overbite problems. She would like to research the causes of these problems. Now, number 12 asks us, which of the following pairs of methods would be most suitable for gathering primary data for this research? Now, primary data provides the raw evidence, the first-hand evidence, and based on what she is researching, the realizes that many of her young patients need treatment for overbite problems. She would like to research the causes of these problems. She would have to look at their files. So I would have to go with data analysis for her primary data, and since it's only a D, focus group would be great as well, because in a group she can find out what these teenagers or young patients or teens have in common and probably find the root of what is causing that problem. Number 13. Which of the following is an advantage that the questionnaire as a data collection method would offer Dr. Pierre? Okay, I would say ease of administration. Immediacy of feedback would be for interviews. Openness of discussion would probably be with focus groups, and the opportunity for clarification would also be with either focus groups or interviews. So number 13 is A. Number 14 says, which of the following data sources would be suitable for the research? Young patients, parents of young patients, classmates of her young patients. I would say definitely one has to be included. So therefore A, B, or D is up for consideration as an answer. Now, parents of her young patients, that could provide her with some insight as to what may be causing the problem. So that would also be a suitable data source for her information. Now we need to decide if 3 is a part of the answer. Now her classmates or the classmates of her young patients, I would say that would be a great way for data collection as well, because what if it were some factor at school that's causing the problem? So that could be and she could even discover if other students have that same problem too. So I'd go with all 3. So for number 14, I'd say is D. Number 15 says, which of the following should Dr. Pierre do in order to generalize the findings of her research? A, use a small sample size. B, use a representative sample. C, limit the demographic scope. Or D, use only secondary sources of data. D is a throwout, definitely. No, when I did I did a research competition, right? Caribbean Child Research Competition, something like that. When I was prepping for that research competition, I was reading a book and it told me something that really helps me know to really do other research or carry out other researches effectively. It said that the larger your sample size, the smaller your margin of error. That's true. So for Dr. Peer here, using a small sample size would not be effective for her to generalize the findings, because that would be just for a small group, and representing a small group, there are so many differences in the individuals that may be included in that small group. And if you limit the demographic scope, you'll be also lowering the sample size, so you wouldn't want to do that either. So you'd have to use a representative sample, and a representative sample, according to Google, is a subset of a population that seeks to accurately reflect the characteristics of a larger group. So there you have it. The answer for number 15 would be B. So we're done right there. So we're moving on to 16 to 19.